Let's look at Affinity Designer and how to make some hearts. When you consider making hearts, I know a lot of people default to go through to the heart tool. So if you go into the section with all of the design elements, if it's not showing up here, you can just go to View Custom Tools and you'll see the tools here and you can then drag them across. I usually keep them in 2 columns, so you can set it 2 columns or 1 column here at the bottom, or many more columns. Okay, so if you do find these tools here, these are for shapes like this, a star and so forth. But we're focusing on the heart now. So by default, this is the shape of the heart you get. So if you go in, let's see, we're going to go for heart tool, and there you can shape it. So what you can do is this little activity indent here, you can make it more flat or more round, but if you look at the features here, there's pretty much little that you can do. If you have to do something, you're going to convert this to curves and then start working on the nodes. But how do you get to making a heart like this or a different shape? I've got a little formula that I want to show you, and this might help you. It's to get some sort of nice curves, and it's relatively consistent. Okay, so let's just remove them, or just remove all of them. So I'm talking about triangle and shift. This means we're going to use the pen tool, and we're going to start anywhere, but we're going to click there, and I'm going to keep the shift button down and click over here, and the shift button down and click over here. Okay, now don't worry if you're not aligned totally perfectly, we're going to adjust those. So let's see. Okay, I'm making a bit of a mistake there first. Let me go here, and we're going to keep shift button down. If I keep shift and I pull here, it's going on a 15 degree, but I want to go shift about there and shift down here, and then just close this up. Here again, this is not perfect, but we're going to align it. How do we align it? We go to the node tool, and we can select the 2 of these and just come up here to align. Again, if these things aren't here, just go check under one of these customized toolbar. So I'm going to just use this right aligned, and you'll see the nodes shift with each other. So this is your first step. You're creating a triangle. And now what I can suggest is, when you look at the triangle, if I grab this node and move it here, this triangle is sort of a right angle triangle. So that's fine. What we want to do now is we're going to take this node, select it, and we're going to multiply it by 2. It's going to move it to the right to about half the area here. So if I select there, I'm going to go to transform. By this time, if people are going like, oh no, my goodness, I don't want to go through all of this, that's fine. It's for people who want to start working out on a system that they can replicate things always the same. So this node here is on the X there. We're going to move it on the X axis. So I just click on the side and click again so that I can be off that number, because I want to type multiplied, which is shift and 8 on a keyboard here, multiplied by 2. And I'm going to press enter. Look what happens with this node here. It's going to move across by half of that. So what I want you to do, I'm going to go Control Z. Once you do this, keeping shift and have the line here and keeping shift here and getting this angles, if you're this far and you think, okay, you want to get a bit closer for the heart, you can keep your shift down to constrain it and just kind of move it there and let go. It will bring that node in. Now you don't have to do this multiply 2. You could actually just eyeball it and move it till about there. I'm keeping shift down, and once I'm happy with that, I can let go of the mouse, and it does exactly the same. This is just to get it mathematically right. So we have this now, and here is the next thing. We're going to keep shift down and move the stop area up. Okay, so try and get to the middle of it. You're going to keep shift, and as I move up, you're going to see it has a constraining little yellow line there, but it's keeping it nice and round. So this is the one side of the heart. If I let go of my mouse, It's getting a nice curve here. Okay, now if you go here and click, you don't see any other handles here. You can initiate a handle by going sort of halfway down this line. Okay, that was shift up, side shift to loosen the nodes. Okay, loosen with nodes. So if I go here, all I do is grab with my left mouse button, keep it down, and just move it a little bit. You'll see these two nodes appear. These two handles appear. Okay, then what we do with this handle on top, keep shift down again, and I'm going to move it till it gets to a position of being constrained. Okay, so you can see it's jumping from an angle like this to an angle like this. Now this angle doesn't look like it's going to be a nice heart. There's a bit of a glitch here in this area. It looks like weird. So choose the lower angle, and you'd see when you go up and you pull it down, don't worry about this inside that is wedged like this, because we're going to do something there. And now here's the other thing, is keep shift down again. You grab the bottom handle and shift it to the middle. And here you can take it high up if you want the tip of the heart at the bottom to be sharp, or a bit low down. Again, this is just how you use these constraints. I've got shift and moving it here. So I'm going to do like that and let go. Okay, so if we click off there, I need to make this a bit more visible here. Okay, there we go. So if you look at this here now, it's got a lovely curve here, but this is a bit untoward, but it's part of the design. So the bottom shift, we go up the center, the left top, we're going to use the C node, which is a curve node. So I'm going to go to nodes, select this. I can come here also to corner tool, or I just press the shortcut C. Okay, if I press C, you're going to see this node tool. If I hover over here, it's got a little half moon. If I tap on A to get back to the normal node tool, that disappears. C, here it comes. The purpose of it is to select the node, and when you move, you're going to find a big circle developing. Well, starts off small and gets bigger, and what it's going to do is going to round off that node. So instead of clicking there and changing the node type, you just click on there, click the C button, okay, which is the left top one, which is this left top one. You're going to click C to get it to that node mode. Grab the node and then start. Can you see the circle here? Have you move it forward and back? So if I pull it like this, it's going to do a total beautiful curve of that thing, and it can't go further than this. So what it's done is taken that perfectly around on a curve around there. Okay, so we are at that point. What we need to do now is to take this and make a copy of this and place it on the other side, and then join the two. Okay, so I'm going to go Control C, which is to copy. Again, you could go here and just say copy, but that's the shortcut key. And I'm going to go Control V. I'll click this one here. So it's going to put a copy of it over here. If we look here in the layers, there's the one and there's the other one. So this one here that we've just created, I said Control C, Control V to paste it. I'm going to go up to this menu here that says flip horizontally. Once again, if these things don't appear here, go to the menu and you can drag them here, but they should standardly appear here. I'm going to flip horizontal. So what we have now is one flip the one way and one flip the other way. So what I do is I select both of them, and you'll look here in the layers, you'll see both of them select. If I click off here, I could go here, keep shift down, shift is the important one, and select the second one there. Okay, so I could either do it that way, or I click off here and just drag a marquee tool around both of them. Now, if I go to the alignment tool, this is what I want to do. If you see this, it's got two little lines in between. It's going to align these two alongside each other. But because I haven't indicated any space, they're going to be aligned alongside each other with 0 pixels between them. And look what happens if I click here. Boom. So that's perfect. If I adjusted this, you'll see them move apart. Okay, but here we want it exactly at 0. That's the default. Okay, and I'll say apply. And the next step here is just to go and use the Boolean function. Click add. It's going to add these two shapes together. And there we have it. And then of course you can, oh, that's the outline. Let me shift it into the inline inside. And then you can color it like you want to. Great. So hopefully that helps you making some good hearts in the process. Have a blessed day and shalom to everybody.